relatively even. It was 9 for G2, 8 for Envy.
G2 on defense, MV on attack. MV needs to get off the wall.
Rounds,
I mean, technically, they had a good start.
This is the kind of map
or the
where
potential
you
for a good
do have
start.
any attack side that wants to work.
They just got to win that second round if they do win the pistol.
It might be harder for VALORANT to line up set defensive plays into what MV are doing. But we saw it on another 3 bomb site map.
You can pop it open and then drop it.
Gambit
theory on bind on Lotus,
and
at the same time you can retake B well.
Play for the flank retake. This is good. Some good old standard stuff on this map when you have the Vice to just ultra delay on one site and then you can play for the flood.
2 players wrapping around.
Oh, that's nice.
Not to commit to this, and
Rossi owned him.
All right, yeah, he's obviously hit with the paranoia, sprays and hopes, but gives himself away in the process. So Envy are pretty entrenched here on the B side. Smoke up to upper though. Keza has to try and play through smoke as well. All right, I like to see his nade combo potential, but Trent is ripping them apart. In the meantime, is Baby Bay up on the site.
It's really, really nice, man. Trent did good here. I like this pistol.
Usual swagger at the moment.
I like this pistol.
Yeah,
Keza just take over towards C,
and then
get over towards here and have 3 as they drop the wall and then push behind. And again, they got a wall that blocks a little bit. This kind of enables you to push behind as well if need be, and it also blocks off B for the retake.
And then he just waits and he
Awesome
finds
to play off site.
moment to just go in and get this first kill.
I like that the 2 are ready to speed up here as well, but just insta flashes.
They just flood in from all sides of the map, and that's the value that they get.
Yeah, I like
from
this pistol,
going
man.
For that
it's a cool pistol.
Push out of mound. You plant it on B. Okay, great. We're gonna retake
2-1 on the pistols.
17 different angles. It doesn't even matter.
Despite that disappointing start to the map, Envy look pretty concentrated, pretty locked in. And even slightly jovial if
blocks a lot of the angles, yeah, even the front B angles.
So on this
you would like to lay them a little bit as well.
Pushed up on B, and then 2 guys to defend either site with Vice Util on either site. See if VALORANT can anchor this.
How can they fast hit this? There's a shield wall in play. There's actually not enough
double
Envy
into
players
the
on the
smoke.
side. Look at them getting segmented
Like
into
the
2
idea
halves.
from Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they can try their best to get
Leaf
over it.
is really on one today, man.
A little bit more util.
He's doing mad stuff, putting all his judge bullets in, even though he could potentially get the second kill.
That they have is a few more options. You know, even if the Neon's just running in and goes past
I didn't mind the idea from them.
As bad as if they're playing
smoke and then doubling the smoke.
You know, in a situation where they don't have the raise that could get over too. But obviously, still a massive part of this meta right now is Yoru not existing and Vice being extremely relevant, and you just don't have a natural counter to the wall. Not a lot of the teams right now have great protocols for dealing with that.
Dealing with the Vice, yeah.
Yeah.
And again, if you're on these fade comps, you can't clear Thorns.
Retrieving flash.
And also, look, you're going up against G2. That wall is never going to be in the same place twice. You're
going
to be getting hit with different defensive looks every single round.
They have 4 here ready to fight this if they want. VALORANT no flash though.
There's a crunch in the works.
Smoke goes out. They're going to open this door. They're going to open this door, but at the same time, these guys aren't in the right position.
Spectre ringing out there and some damage connecting with Envy. A lot of ground being given over towards Halls though. It looks like G2 want to give Envy just enough rope here. VALORANT doesn't want to commit into the door.
He's just got the stinger, so that's a horrible angle to play. But it's just instilling fear in Envy, who are still yet to get the spike down. Now doing it at Ben, but still popping apprehensive because of the spam angle.
Pressure there, keep one at mount.
They have no control right now of anywhere Envy. They are concerned about the flank because of the door.
They all get close.
They have no space forward in Halls.
They still get no problem. They got Tether, nade default.
Yeah, that might have been a season nade combo there as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Envy took a long time here. A long time.
Very little success here into this first.
They took so long that they managed to go water and
3-0 scoreline.
Tether and nade.
Envy have to take a back seat yet again.
They're really just making this look like some ABC VALORANT. They set up their switches again. You have the Raze and the Vice on C together. They back up.
Yeah, the timing of this was so good.
The 2 players on B, they push just to hit the door, just to pressure flank enough to have Envy concerned. Then they go back, can re-clear into Waterfall because Trent is there with the Prowlers, with the util. They're infinitely delaying.
It's still into a bonus.
It's just so good.
I think Envy just want to get this one done if they can.
It's a great molly. Oh my god, they literally wanted to go.
Yeah.
Oh, Jaw. I mean, I thought he was about to throw that left and just feast, but that
Big nade. You gotta nade him.
Prowler
right?
clear, but they know the Leaf's in the corner. Jaw can play off this easily enough, though he's taken out by Demon 1. Sheriff rings out, but here's Leaf chilling.
Hey, what happened?
We'll call that a full house nowadays, I think.
What happened to Demon 1? It looks so weird. It looked like he got tethered, but he just insta-slid back after he fast
This is a pretty open and shut case. Even though Leaf was getting hit with basically every form of util under the sun.
What was this interaction?
Really couldn't do too much to shake him loose.
Jaws already got the Raze ult ready to go into this Byron. So does Kesnet, though. So we'll see if Envy can make use of that to get something cooking. They've got 3 kills right now.
Yeah.
They've got nothing started.
Twice, I still don't really know what on. He could have just died in it as a ragdoll, but I've never seen it do that.
Deal with straight up executes, and they have gotten boomed for it.
Big Byron with Raze ult.
This can't be how Envy are planning to bow out a potential playoff contention. Like this team, in fairness, right, they have had to make a lot of changes on the fly as they've gone. This has not really panned out the way that they expected it to. Yeah, but even still, this would be tough.
Wanted to with other ones, but it's gotten them into this place where the chances of making playoffs are getting slimmer and slimmer. And their opponent on the final week will be MIBR. So it doesn't get any easier from here for them. Yeah.
Whereas G2 actually have a downhill run into
oh my god.
Oh,
it had so much potential. There were so many targets.
That was sharp.
He kind of tried to pre-fire, but at the same time he didn't hear that much, so he didn't know they were all here.
Still up there.
Considering the aim for they had, maybe.
Coming in from Leaf.
But
look how much info G2 have
one
on
of
the
those
side.
Where you'd look like an idiot if you just popped it instantly and they were like far back still.
All the way out, execute coming through. Leaf realistically can't do anything to stop this. He might go down too.
Oh
yeah. What?
Dude, how did that? where's the ult gone?
Can we get a replay on that, please?
Yeah, it went right into the farthest corner.
Just get it canned. Either way, it's Leaf and Valor now.
Oi,
Leaf. Salvage Leaf is going to find 3 kills.
God.
Now we're even up. That's a scary prospect. Valorant coming in now. It's going to be a double swing here, maybe over towards Waterfall.
If they can't even close this out, it feels like it's wraps. Actually, a disaster. 4-on-2 now into the 2-on-2. One player caught in sight. That's Rossi. The other playing out at Mound.
What is he on, bro? What is he on? What a ridiculous A. He's out of absolutely nowhere.
That's a mad rounds. You got to show me that again.
His
aim here is so satisfying.
From Envy, just so divided. Rossi's playing on site. Poppin kind of tries to swing late to help, but it's planted from out.
Definitely gets a little lucky that
how does that not do
it's gone pretty far away.
Was it really that far away? Can we get another replay?
It was pretty far away.
I'm seeing we're getting a timeout from Envy. Is it possible we can get some kind of flyover?
Wait.
What?
It redirected.
He shot. I mean, yeah, he like shot it so quickly that it went to the left before his mouse even went to the right. Yeah.
Wait, what's going on there?
The flick was so fast and he shot that it just went to the left.
That could have been like that could have been a client-side issue as well.
Yeah, it looked bizarre.
MV timeout to work out what the hell just went on.
It looked like the rocket turned 90
Okay, I gotta slow-mo it. I gotta slow-mo it.
So
where are we?
to the left.
Is there a trophy system agent now? Like, what's going on? Okay, that's a tilting result. In fairness,
thought that was like some source splash damage activity going on there.
Yeah. I do think that that was one of the rounds where the Vice Wall was back at A. Rather back at C, and there was no chance really for Envy to tease that site to sort of draw it out. So even though they like cut noise outside of the C site, they never got the Vice Wall, so it was Kesnet's solo.
Well, that looks messed up.
That's the only way Leaf's able to find like a foothold there.
I guess he clicked it earlier.
Yeah, Leaf 10-0. You know, when you have one of
I don't know, man.
the best Viper players we've ever seen, it's nice to see him on Viper. You know what I mean? And when you have one of the best fragging IGL smokes players we've ever seen, it's also helpful to have him on smokes.
Dude, there's been some weird stuff happening, man.
They tried out the harbor, and now they've gone back to
neon
basics,
death here was weird.
And look at the magic.
This all looks so weird.
All right, we
His aura just deflected it? Yeah, that's what it was, you're right.
Some of the resting utils already been deployed, and Demon 1 doesn't want to commit yet. Well, we found the sheer wall.
Yeah, they have baited that out early into the round. Minute 20 on the clock, and they have gotten the insert of Rossi over towards back Rebel, and they want to work towards the space that he's gotten there. Poppin's still got a lot in his kit.
God, that's gonna end you, surely. That's like,
the box on the left there for sure.
You had to win it. You had to win this round.
Yeah, this should get cleared though. Surely. Surely this will get cleared by something, if not just a walk-up multi.
Yeah, but Trent's now picked up the angle.
Yeah, that's going to get Prowler
cleared. Can Trent actually do something on that angle? Yep.
Can Trent do something, mate?
Yes, he definitely can. 2 kills found by Trent. Baby is staying because apparently he can.
Yeah, he just doesn't need to move.
3 through smoke.
He just simply does not need to move. I think Trent got 2 with the spam through the stair smoke. It's possible he saw one maybe before the smoke actually blew.
On a macro
Baby Bay
level,
like ping the floor for him, or we just...
There's nothing egregious about this idea to try and fight their way out onto the A side of the map.
One enemy remaining.
This seems pretty reasonable,
It's
really.
with the T1. Appreciate the 22 months.
Yeah, it's tough when you're going down to the multiplayer spam.
These chances, it's not too bad, man.
Okay.
The only thing that worries me about 100 Thieves is once they get to playoffs, Bind going out.
Envy now have built that bank of ultimates by taking
Well, that's not the only
L
thing.
after L. Here it is, Kesnet still wants to play fast, play
They
hard.
want to do double satchel up top here.
Give it up now, but uncomfortable,
change
doesn't
their
want to
pathing.
play Paranoia. And well, Kesnet gets across his screen. Valorant actually found one.
Yeah, Valorant managed to trade from the grave, apparently.
Everybody yet again. Those ones in tree. That's an awkward angle for him to cut. He definitely committed heavily to that, but hey, Baby Bay's here. Envy want to play the fast and loose rounds. G2 had just got back from playing its Noxium Red Force. They're super down to play like this.
The flood from G2 is just way too fast with the setup that they're running there. It's just way too fast. They can't even get into the site with the Neon ult running with the double satchel forward. The G2 knows what happened. Like, they know what's going on. And they are there instantly.
Remember when you said Envy could win this? Yeah, I do.
Of Envy.
I'm gonna be honest,
like a lifetime ago.
From Envy's
If they didn't have such a bad week the week before on Platchat, I was legit gonna go
that's
for
a
it.
mental boomage.
That would have really erased all of my ERX fraud allegations, being the fraud myself.
And G2, back to what they did on the pistol. It's a triple push down C with the Vice setup over on A.
There's your initiator gone.
Do Envy just try to go for the refight here? Yeah, they do, and Leaf is caught while the other two are kind of retreating, and now they might be caught. They're on the open and they have to fight together.
That's a good nade, dude. As they wanted to swing out.
Do this. Fine. Big damage here from Jaw. Only able to find the 1 kill, though.
Kind of the first moment where there's a little bit of disconnect, but it won't even matter. Trent gets here so quickly.
They're so rich. Bebe just take this fight. He's going to walk the door. I like that from Rossi. Yes, I like that from Rossi. 18 points of health.
It just waits out the door. That's ridiculous. Does he? Yeah.
Legend of the sport.
Going to go to
Crazy,
A.
thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate that.
I mean, I call out, yeah, he has the Steel Garden, but he's 18 HP.
So much.
I'd almost rather rifle v rifle Trent than deal with him jumping with the classic. So,
yeah, it's nearly over, mate.
I don't even know that's worth using, I'll be honest.
Trent has the haunt, though.
This?
He's got an early.
Dude, I'll be honest, I'm using Fade Ult. I'm Fade Eyeing.
Here we go. Definitely a player.
What would I do?
Impressive.
Fade Eye back, drop down, Fade Ult.
I think it kind of speaks for itself, right?
That's like saying after a 12-0 half, they really need the pistol round. All right, Nightfall community of Rossi going to be decayed for quite some time, and now Trent can follow the Black Brick Road.
It's a big round from Rossi, man. He keeps the dream alive.
Probably not going to do too much to inflate the egos of Envy, but a Red Bull clutch at this point, better than nothing.
A smile, a laugh, a moment of joy, at least, in what's been 7 rounds of sorrow and misery.
Then the flame in his eyes sputters, flickers out as he has to reckon with the 6-round deficit on the attack side. But this is nice.
Yeah, it was well played. The movement around the door, the timing on the
the movement around the door was sick.
Poppin's reaction just
1v2 is pretty good.
We shouldn't be in this situation in the first place, but okay. Odin for Poppin himself.
They win a round with one person surviving.
Nightfall and Steel Garden available for Envy.
Yeah, G2 right now, they are set up to be able to
they're ready to get reset.
Site if Envy did end up getting in there, but that is not the case. They're trying to get over towards the seaside, harvest up the orbs for Kesnet first. You won't have to deal with the wall here.
Well, you'd imagine Poppin's popping his ult.
Throws it out and it gets
I wish I'd used a different word for that.
Not a lot of defensive util to contend with. It's just the fact that Baby Bay is playing for C or B with the Steel Garden, and you kind of need to bait that out and then try to get back in later if they can. Steel Garden going to be a 1-for-1 on the ult and a commit.
Yeah, they're going to go for it now. Caught inside his Steel Garden, a little bit uncomfortable. But Rossi used his as well. Leaf evidently unaffected by it as he's going to go in with the primary at the ready. Baby Bay finds his relay bolt. Could have been a bit of a problem. And there's the Odin ringing out now on the side.
What the hell is that one?
With a bit of, I like it, a little bit of swagger back behind them. Whereas Jaw and Baby Bay now going to try and split the
Gogama
pie.
has a nade, so as soon as they go for this plant,
Jaw
could
on
be
a
tempted.
retake, push through on an extremity for the flank.
30 seconds.
That's the spike.
Good boom
Yeah,
up.
just caught walking up. Demon 1 is not able to support from that angle.
Dangerous. Exit should be able to get clear of
That's
this.
nice, though. They
Straight
comboed
across
so
Baby
well.
Man is on Demon 1, who gets shoulder picked. Baby Man knows he's there, still wants to take the fight. He's had the better of most of them, but Demon
1v2
1
into a
still has it in
1v2.
his DNA
The
to win those
individuals,
clutch
man.
moments.
They're here.
Another
They're
Red
turning
Bull
up.
clutch in a second consecutive round.
Oh,
I've
shots
got to
on
work for it, man.
If they just keep clutching every round, they can win
Yeah.
the game. If they just win
He's
them
not
all,
wrong.
Mitch.
Yeah, the fact that they have to get into these positions in the first place,
Planted. One enemy
that's what I'm sure is going to be a bit more concerning.
Extra got a really good impact kill in the middle of that round. I mean, it wasn't terrible on the entry into the site, just trying to kind of go ult for ult, bait them out, and then get back in. There was a good stun onto Ben. They dealt with Leaf, who was the hard anchor there. But even still, their economy remains in a terrible spot because everyone died in that win, aside from one player. They're on the precipice of getting sent down to an eco.
Yeah, that horn was good, but no one really in position to follow up. Showstopper's going to clear things out and force a full retake for G2. Full retake. There's Showstopper potential for Jaw in this round?
Spike planted.
Yeah, it is possible. If he
Yeah, if
somehow
Jogama
finds
gets a
a
kill,
pick with the AWP.
Is the one.
It is clear, as has now been confirmed.
It's a big retake for G2. They
Everyone
go
from
down to an
Envy
eco if they lose
gathered
this.
up on site at the moment. Haven't been able to get space anywhere else. They have no one
Minnie's
playing
tweet.
back to
Oh boy,
maybe try
who's
to
he
peek out the
flaming?
Players at stairs, Mal smoking it off. Doesn't even need to. Of course, I mean, no reason he should know that, but
They know they've got to get moving. Poppin is uncomfortable. Stood in, I think, a snake bite for a time. Here's Leaf, not able to make an impact, though.
yeah, these crossfires are good from Envy.
Time is short, and I thought TP across there to bait the crosshair. Kesnit with yet another one in the round, and Baby Bay's got nothing to do. Even
He did the
knows he's
divide,
pretty
man.
cooked here.
He did the
We've
divide.
strung 3 rounds together for Envy. This one also, where at least the original plan actually pays off.
Yeah, that one definitely was the most competent. They get the fast burst onto A. Because of Kesnit's ult, there's no
it's a lovely
effort
shot.
from G2 to try to flood into that and just get killed by a rocket. So it
It's
actually
3 in a
gets
row,
them
though.
into a
1v2, 1v2.
post plant.
This round
No,
was
they
actually the
couldn't really
team.
get space elsewhere.
And now they
didn't have
force him
anyone
down to an
hanging
eco.
back
They could
towards
get 5.
Bubble for a backstab late or stairs watch, nothing like that. But
5
it's
in a
just good
pistol. If you win
crossfires
the
on site. They're able to
eco
win
round,
that
they're
out,
actually
and they
back.
actually have G2 in a bad
Or
economic
anti-eco, I
spot.
guess.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was possible, but they've done it.
Hasn't really helped them on
Gogama,
maps like Haven in the
Bucky,
series.
heavy armor, so the ult's definitely a possibility with this
did
if
get
they
eco
kill
2
some.
times on the map after winning Pistol, so
Envy just want to force this.
perhaps this is the moment
It's
though,
5 for them.
they can right the wrongs. Except Jaw has the iconic Bucky and the ult. That's dangerous.
Look at this encirclement. Now, Paranoia is going to do Trent in. Well, that's the player that would have
Good
carried
from him,
it.
though.
Exton walks across.
Kind of always good for one.
Now, Envy a little bit unsure. Is there a lobby presence for G2? I'll be walking to get another rat trap.
And of course, with this comp that Envy are playing,
There
they
you go
do
back.
not
I like
have
this
a
decision from
second
VALORANT.
option for the smokes.
Oh,
that is gonna be
I thought they were going to
super
let them
dangerous,
run in,
but
but
it's a
they were
great
so
pick
scared
for
that they might be
Kesnit to
going over
find.
towards A that they felt like they needed
Chance
to
here
do
for Jaw.
something.
Make use of this Bucky. Oh, the timing and this.
Oh,
Okay, good
4
enough.
HP
Poppin
on
goes down.
Kesnit.
Oh, Kesnit also heavily damaged. The shield wall comes up again. They don't have the time to tease it out. Demon 1, though, has the rifle in the sight. G2 have to respect this. They've got to be somewhat careful, but they are low. Look how low they all are. Baby Bay losing his nerve a little bit in these duels.
Ah, look at some of those HPs. 4 and 12.
And it's going to be on Valen to salvage with a Sheriff. A double swing
Oof,
set up.
some
in
close
place.
rounds in here,
4
man.
back-to-back
Like
rounds for
scraping the
Envy.
4.
Charging back into the game.
That was nice from Envy in that mid-round to just keep drawing some of that attention towards C, and then they're able to isolate Jaw on the B side. Of course, it's tough when that's the guy with the showstopper, but going 1-for-1 against their ult in that situation, you'll take that all day. I mean, I can't believe we've gotten to this situation, honestly. Felt like it was going to be a blowout, maybe an instance as well of like G2, they're losing, but they're laughing. It's funny, we're still cooking them right. But all of a sudden, Envy are back in the game.
And also, we've seen them slow it down a little bit too.
Gets the Owler out. 2 people can
There was that
get
fast
one
fake hit,
shot.
to be fair, but they got
I mean,
messy.
yeah, they were just 5
This
passing
is
the whole
a
time.
speed up into yard. If they try to accelerate further, this is G2 back to that 3-1-1 setup where you have
Is
your
the
device
delay
playing
of
on A
device
for
long
super
enough, yeah.
delay, and then G2 can just encircle that entire side of the map for the retake.
Oh, it's a good sheer wall location for this hit, though. It's going to be really annoying for Envy to contend with. So this is Flood Tree. This smoke is going to slow things down a little bit. Trent is not going to be afraid to get on that line, should it be called for.
And also if you're G2, you don't love to be anchoring here. They've got the Nightfall to deal with, right? So they have to stay out of the range of that and try to get back in, which is exactly what Baby Bay does, jumping into the site. They have a player in pit as well.
No one hit by the Nightfall at all, not Baby Bay, not any of them. Up in the corner, ooh, a little bit uncomfortable there. And the trades are favouring Envy. They're ready to fight into this now.
A little bit of patience.
This is Baby Bay's got off the boil. Envy have started to find a bit of step to these sites.
Still his wall up as well. There's no pressure on the right.
Just bide time so the rest of G2 could get there to assist. Now it's a straight up 5-on-3. And Trent goes down. Yeah, this one is just cooked. Envy have actually put together a pretty competent app at the end of the day, stringing 5 together. It
5 at the end. As soon as they kind of won the clutches, it looked like they got a lot of belief.
One clutch and then 3 rounds where they were setting up some good post plants on A 2 times. They were able to find success on this site late. And then that anti-eco round where they've been struggling on the anti-ecos, they actually are able to kind of bounce around the map.
Appreciate the 41 months, long time, mate.
Lightly held site of one player, close things out. So, hey, not bad, man. They're actually back in this.
We
thought we were headed for the 13-0.
We might have a series brewing, but they've got to contend with the attack
side mid-round. Sure. Maybe the last one of the night. We'll see. Who did we use last time? Sideshow? Chat, if you're watching on YouTube, maybe you want to make your way over towards Twitch. You can click down towards here. You can see if you have a free... Who gave me a sub to Sideshow? I've been ruined. FNS? Okay. Chat, maybe you're on YouTube. Dude, is this how far behind he is? Holy. You can make your way over towards Twitch. You can see if you have a Prime sub. It comes free with Amazon Prime. It costs you nothing. You don't have ads for the rest of playoffs for a whole month. And you can support the channel, get some slug next to your name, all that good stuff. See if you got it, you might have forgotten about it. That's okay. It's okay. Dude, who gifted me a sub here? Devastating. We're running out of people to use. We're running out of people, man. Gotta start denying the gifted sub. Yeah, is that even a thing? We're actually running out of streamers.
Narrow in this game, and they turn it into a 5-round win streak on their attack side.
I can check who gifted me the Sideshow one, right?
And as we, of course, get this second half underway, hit up expressvpn.com/VCT
why does it auto-play that?
for some in-game rewards with advanced and pro plans right now. Your QR code is right down there. Make sure you
it's
lock
so
in
loud.
One VPN. So now,
Euphoria gifted you a tier 1 sub to Sideshow.
If the pistol round goes the way it should. Now, statistically, it should be an MVP.
Yeah, you would think, but
Who's
also
that?
just G2 loud take their
Charles, thanks so much for the Prime. Appreciate the 6 months. Thank you for checking.
The 4-0
Grippy as well. Thank you for that as well. Came from YouTube. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, mate. And
let's see if they run away with it on this
with the Prime thing, that's why I say your name with the 2 months. Thank you so much as well, bro. I appreciate you. You three all had very questionable names. I'm not gonna lie.
So they have the flash set up. And the wall
I appreciate the primes. Thank you for doing that.
Interesting look. Very different from G2's, where they were just throwing the Vice on the opposite side of the map to the Duelist kind of pack working together.
Envy milling about here on Mound. We've also got the back
1-0 on pistols of this on this map. 2-1 for Envy. But for Envy, it's more about the second round.
We're going to have a smokes exchange, which might be more than G2 really would have wanted to see here. Knowing that to some degree the game hangs in their balance, and also Leaf has been able to lurk up pretty deep on the A side. He is poised to be a huge difference maker on his attack side.
Yeah, Trent was really trying to make it seem like something would happen there, but after he prowlers and no one does anything off the back of it, look at the rotates from Envy. They want to get to this A site ASAP. Does Pop and try to commit to anchoring so the team can
go for a pivot? They can't really, they got no info.
It looks like he wants to stay, and it looks like they'll be there in time.
They're slowing down and pulling out a tree. This is nice. Envy fully committed to the A side now.
It'll come down to Rossi here. Does he swing out?
It's going to be a little bit harder to hold off this push onto B. X is going to be there with the paranoia.
Oh, there's so many people here. Tap the spike, go to C. Look at this round. What's going on? Do they consider leave? No one consider leave. Now they know he's here. God, this is weird.
Harrying them all the way. G2 have worked the entirety of Lotus.
What plant do they go for? Heaven. Take Heaven. He's in trouble, surely.
Have to deal with Leaf at all. That's exactly what they want to do.
Here's Valorant up on the site. Needed a couple more bullets for that one. This is getting ugly.
What a fade eye
Ping
this
from the
is.
horn. It's good. Trent and Jaw able
Through the
to
window,
capitalize.
top left.
There was a tap on the spike. You've got to go check in this, and you've got to do it manually here. The idea was good for G2, but the gunplay has to be there as well. This is a horrendous angle for Leaf. It may not matter.
That's nice,
Demon One
man.
only got it to half.
That's
And a
nice.
Red
Fair
Bull
play.
clutch in the
He's
pistol for
pulling
Leaf,
off
who's
some
been
mad
dominant
rounds right
on this
now.
map.
Sick clutch from Leaf. Envy were making the right decisions there, but they weren't able to win out those fights on the site in
God, the
clean
mid-rounding
enough
on this was
fashion
nuts.
with enough HP
Love
remaining.
to have had the comms for this.
The
Andy
right
was
call
probably
was
calm
we
as well.
have to get in and flood on them right now. This guy Leaf, he's on the opposite side of the map. Let's go. But it didn't come together quick enough for him to totally be a non-factor. And they just didn't have the health either.
2-0.
So that spam kill was
Nope.
just
2-0 on
bullet
this
through
map.
the wall,
2-2
easy.
altogether. Awesome down full eco on this, not buying anything into it.
In Sport, G2 really haven't made any moves so far. It's been Envy looking to take this map control. Will they overpush? Big paranoia catches on multiple of them. But G2 might not be a raider for this. They're going to wait for them to push into them.
Spike down.
It's very Demon One though with the classic.
Melted.
He's really getting on the scoreboard, going for a raw fight. The weapons are better for G2 and they'll exit
Yeah,
around with a
Valorant's
couple
loving
guns.
that one.
That's an Envy win, though, I think.
He did some good damage, yeah.
Getting away with 3 kills and basically no investment, a bunch of classics. How did Demon 1, he just, I guess he
I
probably
think
just
he
two-tapped
popped Trent. Yeah, I
Something
really
like
do
that,
think he
but
popped him.
Enemy remaining.
Yeah, he'll definitely take it. I mean, and on top of that, y'all died of Valen. It could have been worse. That could have been someone, it could have been
fed Joel
Raze
like a
killing everyone.
showstopper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, you know, allowing Valen to get the from the shadows is not too big of a
There.
deal at
Yeah,
all.
Bro hitting me with the Omen alt name and the big
Come on, bro.
26. That's cold. Horn here obviously over to Mount to give G2 a way in. X is going to be tucked and they're not ready
That's
for
nice. Yeah, the flash for him to play off. Rossi even on the jiggle gets a second one.
That's
and
really
then both
nice.
of them can just peel away. These B anchors have the wall to play with and the thorns that Rossi can send out. Or
Hey, hold
what if
up.
they just double peek and kill
it.
everybody?
Hey, wasn't this what you were asking for at the
I
start
love
of the whole
it.
series?
Yeah, and it is. Brawling, confidence, but
I mean,
also
that
hitting
is
the
a great
shots,
round from
and
them.
Kesnet is doing that. You can see him getting like passionate on the camera.
one
now, too. You're
armory
starting to
buy,
feel
they
it.
got an
I
ult
mean,
to
he's
snowball a
he's
little
always
bit
been
here
a
as well,
super
win the big
emotional
round.
player, and even when you
They
think about
got a
those
lot of money, so they
rosters,
can lose this
a lot of
and
their
then win the
runs were,
next.
like
And
full emotion going crazy.
they
like
reset
that
still as well.
LCQ run years
Yeah.
ago, and then when things were going wrong, just, you know, the plane would crash, and it felt like they could never bounce back.
I heard you needed a sub to FNS, so you went ahead and gifted you one. Did you actually?
Josh is
Dude,
frustrated
Yeah.
at how they dealt
Can you
with that
refund
little
it, man?
C-trap
I'm
play.
legit
It's a
running out of
super common
streamers.
one. And now big A brawl coming out. Could be a little
He
C's
actually
nade here
gifted me
into
as
the
well.
choke, stun as well. Now the
Thank
C's
you,
nade
mate.
went for rubble. If you maybe Valen TP'd on the cross.
This was a very 2025 start to the round.
Yeah, so what's the response though from Envy? All right, we get all the space. What's the protocol after the fact that we have this Vice setup towards BC? A Vice setup that's just intending on controlling back C, by the way. We see where those thorns are at.
Yeah.
The full
Jimmy up the
retake
side
on this.
essentially.
Envy have gone for the full 4-man push. They're going to have to activate Leaf's wall, and he's got a Thorns there as
God,
well.
the
That's kinda
reactive
crazy.
thorns on this
He was
is
prepped
really
already.
cool.
Thorns got cleared, backside.
Ooh.
Leaf tuck. This is ugly for him. He might need
Oh,
never mind.
my
He help.
God.
He is him. Literally.
Nice,
Timothy
going
Chalamet out there.
insane.
Now
He's
it's
going
3
insane
up.
out there.
Trent deals with popping before he can even get there. That's going to shut any of that Vice util out of the game. Extra living dangerously. TP forward here. But there's Trent waiting for him.
Jesus,
G2
show me
back
that
to winning
kill,
ways.
man.
Yeah, Rossi had a really good kill holding back Halls, but unfortunately the players going through door, they just were not trading for each other effectively. Kesnet
How's he
goes
doing
down,
this
and then
non-stop,
you
man?
really just can't be allowing Leaf to
Oh,
pick
it's
up a
really
second
fast,
kill.
bro. That's a nice
Right?
shot.
Like you really need your Neon to be out at the same time that you're popping out there with Kesnet ideally. And
Enemy.
it just
One
gets a bit
enemy
jumbled
remaining.
with the timings, so the isolated fights just ruin Envy.
And the willingness here as well for G2 just to challenge Envy in these gunfights. They know more than anyone. You get shot, you die in this
Yeah.
game.
Sometimes you just gotta laugh at the stuff that's
It's fun.
going on
These
because
early rounds have been fun
it's
between both
impressive.
these sides. Neither one really wants to give an inch.
Same story here on the A side.
Prowler attempt to clear. Demon One out of that corner. Paranoia is definitely going to do it. He recommits back to it though.
Envy use all that
So
same
much
early
fighting here.
utility,
Does,
but this time
Baby Bay
forced
just
away.
try
G2
take
wanted
Jaws?
to take the fight. Last time they were having none of it. Oh, Rossi. I mean, that's a classic. I'm playing Sentinel on Lotus Exchange. Love to peek through B main and see if you can kill the guy staring at you from the main on the opposite side.
Yeah, Baby Bay's pulled back off that. Leaf took a fair bit of damage in that early exchange. And looks like he has a smoke there on Mound side, so Exeter can actually push up somewhat behind it.
Yeah, he's been chilling there, and if he's in danger, there's a flash set up for him from Rossi, and he can retreat behind a Thorns, but there is no danger, and it's allowing Envy to be posted up on the right side.
I mean, it's a good cut of sound, but I would say that this line right now is owning them a little bit.
G2. Can't tell if Exeter's trying to play for Orb or not.
You know, they're going to have to get into a site where you can imagine these
30 seconds on this. Fake A pivot to the B. Oh boy, Leaf's popped him on low HP. Of course he has, it's Leaf.
Maybe spams, hard to tell.
There might have been a wall up there.
There's actually no info about B at all. Baby Bay's watching here from main, and okay, might need to activate now. Get forward. Jaws ready to fight Demon 1 though, and it's a showstopper. Deadly in this part of the map.
15 seconds.
Baby Bay, bro, patient as you like.
Rossi.
He's in no hurry. Rossi wants to step up, but Baby Bay's ever swing into him.
Dude, look
Sick
at some
round.
of the shots they're hitting.
Sick round from Baby Bay.
Yeah, stunning couple shots there, and the pivot into that B side ends up working out for G2, even though, man, it looked like those defenders
That's why
had
he's
a
trying to bait
real
me so
chance.
much.
You know, Demon 1 gets that first
Okay,
kill
he did peek.
in blue room, and
I didn't even commit, he just jiggled out.
that wasn't spam. You just out in the open and jiggled and died, which is unfortunate because I feel like defensively, Envy, they're in a pretty good position there if he doesn't go down.
But his team is so dangerous. Yeah, it's kind of easy to... No one's going to count G2 out,
last
to be
timeout.
fair, but it's quite easy to underestimate them after a difficult strength of schedule at the start of stage 1 that had them run up into some literal juggernauts. And amidst all of that, G2 were experimenting with the Harbour comps, trying to find their spot, trying to see how they would land coming out of Santiago. Going back to the well here on Lotus. Now, this doesn't exactly spark inspiration for what the future of their Lotus might look like, but at least for now, they're able to go back to a tried and true method and secure their spot in playoffs. Then, that's when you have the space to think a bit more about how you want to innovate.
It's got everybody on their best roles. And honestly, when you're G2 right now, do you need to do a lot of innovation even? I mean...
Set him back? I mean, the reset's
stuff
fine.
That they were running with the Phoenix
It's the Aspas, man.
kickoff into Santiago was working really well. They can just
It's one of the best performers in the game.
running it on Haven.
Can understand why
And some of
people
these
would copy stuff.
Classic, I say looks on
Leaf
Lotus. Like,
trying
this
to farm a
basically
little
is
bit
Metacom
more.
just playing
The
Vice
3 they can
have
get
the
one
raise
shot.
instead of the neon, you know, on paper. Sure, the
Envy
neon
essentially
may
just
be more
saying,
optimal,
let's
but
fight from
hey, they're
12.
working it with this. It's got everybody in their best roles to go off. I think G2 could just kind of go back to basics and make it to
Trying to
London.
enable their 2 stars.
At least that was, you know, the idea from what Baby Bay was talking about as well. They admit that, hey, we tried the Harbor, but maybe we were a little early with this Harbor theory.
On some maps, anyway.
Not as good as we thought.
Yeah. Obviously, we still should expect to see Harbour on the maps where he's ubiquitous right now. But Lotus here,
Breeze,
I mean,
yeah,
but
I mean,
Leaf
this
looks...
is for Americas. We love the Breeze Harbor.
Leaf looks super at home here on this Viper.
Americas?
I feel like we're remiss if
America's
you
like a
call yourself to
Harbour.
go without it.
America's
is
like a
just
Vice at the moment.
An absolute master of the agents.
Look at this here. Look at this. Oh, the seaside wall is super spicy. Normally, your Viper's just like autopilot.
Looking like G2 are going to pick the right site.
I am loving this.
Do they send one from B to try pivot, or are they just fine with it?
Hey, what are they doing over there, you know?
That's crazy. It's like
they smoke C main as well, like amidst this. Like, they're still cycling some util on that part of the map. It's so sick.
you open a cupboard door and your cat just has to
Okay,
find
this
out
time they
what's going
fake the
on
B
inside of
pivot
the
and head
natural
over towards it. I
curiosity
mean,
of
it's a
something
nice bait ult.
happening.
They're going to go. Great.
This is exacerbated because they're on a site, right? So
Your package from Amazon arrived.
I just feel like the Viper will kind of own them a little bit.
What's going on?
Last time they bought it out.
especially when I'm ordering like TCG stuff, bro. I love Mail Day. It's the best. Envy here had to commit to a site though, in fairness. They're trying to stack, find some value from these classics, so that's also part of it. In one sliding in, okay.
Insta locked onto the head there.
Worse for wear, it doesn't matter because he's found 2 kills already and he seems far from done. Into the side we go,
Jesus.
third out of nowhere. Had to
That must
basically
look so
pre-aim,
fast
and
from
he's
all those
paved the way
POVs, by
for
the way.
Envy to find
Maybe not the
an
big
opportunity
guy.
in this round. But Trent's going to disrupt the defuse, has to find a quick reload. Here he knows X is trying to pressure around that bubble. The Leaf gets in there. Trent's found his
Holy
third.
dude, Trent
Making
has
four
saved
to
the day
shut
on that
Envy
one.
down and get themselves to match
Really
point.
has.
It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Well, they just don't care
is
about
in
your
there.
fairy tale
Leaf
endings,
is
bro.
in there with an outlaw as well. It's not like he is
Demon 1 did good though.
the
For bad for
spam
him.
arsenal ready to go in tree.
Get back.
Trent gets the one with the spam. Does he kill another with the spam? Yep. Just tap on the spike. That's 2 with the spam.
One enemy
What about
remaining.
3 with the spam? Yep.
You were
Yeah.
Oh my
my God, Trent! Hot dog, baby! I mean, hot dog. Thanks
Trent
for bailing
is
us out.
racking up kills in this series. It's really boosting
Thanks
him
for
on the
bailing
overall
us out.
respect.
Okay, six.
That's
Six
fine.
goes
No
at it.
deaths and just tons of spam kills. You love to see it. I think he's up to like 6 spam kills on this map that we've seen, something like that.
Sorry, bro. That's just raw game sense as far as I'm concerned. Valorant gets the shear wall out early. Does get touched up a bit though by Rossi. His A-side presence is really minimal though.
Yeah, they're happy
Yeah,
with
they've
that.
had Demon 1 inserted
their
pretty
calling's
on
been
now,
so
at least
decisive on this
Kesnet
one.
is rotating away from that C side.
They went to re-clear over
for the
towards
NV
A, yeah, and
defense,
they
but-
saw it. I'm just trying to work out how much info they got from that.
Okay, or look at the smoke position.
The,
Just deep enough.
the observing's
make
been
them be nervous about a
noticeably
pop out
better.
of it.
I think he's
So
a
they have a
legit different
flash.
person.
I guess they got Arc Rose. Yeah, straight away, Kesnet goes into the bubble. He's like, nah, bro, I'm going to go see what's
Yeah.
going on there.
So much pressure from G2 just being applied to C and B main at the same time. It has 4 players'
Imagine
attention
enough people
divided
complain.
along the 2 choke points. And the one guy on A gets exposed at stairs, which is your Vice. All of your defensive util turned off.
And as soon as the Viper pit
G2
goes
are in
out,
a
is it
post
not
lane
done?
with their Viper's pit.
And
The
just have-
game shouldn't be done.
They've got to do their thing and fight for this, but it's not looking good. Valorant already deals with popping up on that high ground, and he's found his 3rd on the round. Oh, buddy, chalked him up.
Guy.
Valorant's found 4. Look at the amount of hot dogs coming out of these guys' mouths at the end of this round. I'm sure it's going to be incessant.
He
Valorant, the
went
ace,
for
no
it.
extra says.
He
I think
went
make it
for
more
it.
interesting.
Holy,
13-6
I mean, they
is the
stomped him,
result
man.
on
They
Lotus.
stomped him.
As G2 take one
Very, very nice.
giant step towards a playoff berth. It's not set in stone yet, but it's a